How's it going, guys? My name is Kyler, and welcome to episode 21 of the Crack Pack. So, it's been a while again, and I do apologize for that, but I'll be honest with you guys. With all the other series that I've been doing, the Crack Pack has kind of been on the back burner of most things, so it comes behind things like the Mad Pack and Adventure Maps, which I'm trying to push a little bit more, and just everything else. So I do apologize for that, but hopefully we can make these still a little bit more regularly than a month. Like a month an episode is what it seems like it's coming out right now. So either way, with that said, I have a ton of rubber inside of my inventory, and there's a good reason for that. Mainly because of the fact that today I'm going to jump into a mod that, my gosh, this has probably been in every pack since I've started playing packs, like way back. But Mine Factory Reloaded. We're going to play along with some of the new blocks in there, or excuse me, not new blocks, but blocks, I guess, that are new to me today, and just have a bunch of fun with it. So let's head back home, because I need to throw a lot of this rubber in the inventory, or in the furnaces, and get all that stuff up and going. But like I said, this series has kind of been on the back burner, so unfortunately I haven't been able to get much done in terms of decorating the house, or getting, just materials all sorted out, and that's kind of what I was just doing there before I started the episode. I was gathering up a bunch of this rubber, and I had a ton of iron. Jeez, okay, let's throw that in there. We'll definitely need that, I imagine, for something later on. Do I have stone? Because I'm going to need some stone later, too. I have 22. Okay, that's more than enough. But the main purpose of Mine Factory Reloaded, and pretty much with all the blocks that it has in it, is to automate things. So let's see here. I do apologize. You know what? Instead of apologizing, let's get it fixed here. Let's go ahead. We're going to take off this real quick. I'm going to take off this, and I'm going to take off this so I can explain a bit. I'll probably forget to put that stuff on with my luck, but either way, so you guys can see up here, there's all these different blocks part of the mod. There's the grinder, the auto enchanter. Like, some of these things, I'll be honest, they're kind of just useless. Like, what's a thing I can think of that's useless? Like, the sewer, it's a little useless. Like, I don't really know what to do much with that. But things like the harvester, that's a really good one. Today we're going to be working with things like the harvester, the planter, and there's another one around here too. We are going to do the rancher too. We're going to do the rancher. There's another one somewhere, the fertilizer. So we might work with the fertilizer. I got to check on how many bones I have, which it does seem like I have quite a few. So we're going to have some fun with a bunch of these things. But along with those, you can upgrade them. So there's these upgrade things, which is somewhere in one of these. Where is it? These things down here. These kind of weird looking, almost hand grips that you look like you grab onto, but somehow they have something to do with upgrading. So you can make these, and the reason why I needed the rubber was to make this raw plastic. So you can see you go from there to the raw plastic, and then from the raw plastic you can make that into the sheets. So we're going to need plastic sheets for a lot of different things. So we've got our work cut out for today, and it's going to be kind of hectic, and I hope I can explain it as well as I possibly can so that we don't have too many hiccups. And on top of that, I still have this weird thing with my computer where it seems to be crashing every once in a while. Hopefully it doesn't happen, because I restarted and it doesn't seem to do it that much when I restarted. But I was on the phone for like 2+ hours today trying to get it fixed and sorted out, but I don't know. They're sending a repair guy trying to get it fixed, which I don't think that they really figured out the problem themselves. I've gotten like 90 different responses. I think I've spent probably a total of like 10+ hours on the phone with support just over the past few months trying to figure this thing out. So hopefully we don't have that too much. And once I can get that fixed, then we can start doing 1080p 60 FPS recordings, because it's a different method I need, and I'll lose the whole recording if I record like that now and the game crashes. So right now we're going to hold off on that. We're going to stay on our normal 30 FPS, but just thought I'd get that out of the way for right now. So let's see. I think I have to actually go ahead and throw this back into the thing for a second time in order to get the dust, and then from there we can also make more of the sheets if we want, or we can continue on with other things. So for right now, I want to go ahead and start making, where is it? We're going to do the planter. So we're going to make this thing first. I'm going to need a clay pot, or I guess a flower pot. We're going to need the machine frame, which really isn't too hard to make. We could do the iron one there. So what do I want to make first out of this here? But I'll go ahead and try and explain it as I go. But this thing right here, it basically just plants. It'll plant things, and if you break something, say you're going to harvest something, it'll automatically plant it if you have the seeds in your in its inventory, not our inventory, but in its inventory. It'll go ahead and do that. So I'll show you guys what we can do with it later on. It'll be a little bit more exciting than how I explained it there. So let's just start getting to work with crafting a few of these things, and then we'll go from there. So we need the machine block first. So I'm going to need some of this iron here that we had just a second ago. I think I might actually be able to remember this. Now the problem is we're going to need some gold. We don't have too much gold. I really wasn't able to get too much of that. So I might have to go ahead and try and gather up a bit of it later on. Now I did, however, go over to where the skeletons were just to get a bunch of bone meal, so I can go ahead and gather up a little bit of gold off of what I have already. And somehow, how did I just get 28? Oh wow, how the heck did I just get 36? What? I thought I didn't have like any. Okay, there we go. So I actually did that wrong either way. That's supposed to be, I think, like that, and then we get the glass here. Please tell me I got it right. There we go. Okay, I imagine we're gonna need at least 3 or 4 of these, so I'm gonna make just a handful of them for right now. We'll go with 4. And is that iron right there? Yeah, okay, so we'll go with a bit more iron. Don't care, that says 5, and boom. Okay, so we just need the gold also. All right, nice. Okay, I was about to say, why did I right click? If I would have made like 60 of those things, I would have been kicking myself, because I think if I would have had the gold in the actual ME system, we would have been screwed, but thankfully I didn't. So I need to hold on to this just for right now, because I'll need that later on for lucky blocks, if we get to that part later on. With my luck, I'll forget it, just because I'm so out of sync with lucky blocks. It's been forever, minus the fact that we've been doing it a little bit inside the Mad Pack. But without that, and speaking of the Mad Pack, I think the last time I even messed around with this mod, even a bit, and it was with the conveyor belts, was the Mad Pack. So just to put that into perspective, this is completely new for me, so I hope that we don't have too many hiccups in terms of me explaining things. A lot of these things, like in terms, I can go and do this, nice. In terms of what I could find online, they weren't very up to date. Now I think most of the mod is kind of good, but like most of the good, the spotlights that I could find, they were like from 2013, like a year or so ago, even more, I guess at this point, since we're almost in 2015. So yeah, it was a little outdated. So some things might be changed inside of the mod itself, but I think for the most part, we should be good. All right. So what I want to do here first, I'm going to go ahead and make a few of these sheets. I think I need 3 of them for the first thing. So actually for every 4 of those, you end up getting 4. So that's nice. But yeah, oh no, I need 2 of those. Okay, nice. We have that. We're going to need some pistons, some copper. Do I have any copper? Ooh. Copper. Yes, I do. Okay, shoo. So let me go ahead and throw this inside of our, it's not a macerator. It's been that long. What is it called? Let's see here. It is underneath. What is it underneath? Jeez, this has been forever. Is it far? No, it's not far away. What is that thing called? I almost think it's called Witch. Is it? No, this is the Witch Force. This isn't it. Raid? Yes, this is it. Okay. Shoo. Alright, so let's see here. I've got this thing completely messed up, but does that even have... That doesn't have any ender pearls in it. Okay, I'm going to need to get one of those. But let's go ahead and grab that. Throw... Not this. That in there. And do we have enough? Okay, so we have enough coal. Holy cow. When did I do this? Oh my gosh. Alright, I've got a lot more iron than what I thought I did. Alright, nice. So let me go ahead and grab some ender pearls so I can let that do its thing while we're not over here. So we'll have to come back here in one moment just so we can go ahead and put a few in there. I don't even know if I have many of them. Do I even have... I may actually have some on me. Didn't I have like a bag? It's been way too long. It has been way too long. So ender pearls. Thankfully we have at least a couple of these. We'll go and take like 4 of these. That'll last us for I think a few days actually. They're like 12 hours a piece or something. So yeah, we should get 2 days. It's either 12 or 6. Let's check here. I believe it's more so 12 though. Slowly. Okay, so see if I add 1 in there. Yep, 12 hours per. Okay, so we'll put those all in there and let that do its thing, and we'll come back. Well, we can grab these for right now so that we can continue on with the build, but we'll come back for the rest later on because we'll probably end up needing them. With my luck, I'll forget that they're there, and we'll search for 30 minutes for copper. Just watch, it'll happen. I'll end up forgetting it somehow. Okay, so we'll throw some of that in there. Do I have any coal? That would be very useful, which we don't. Okay, I have a anchor, right? Okay, so let it do its thing here also. And yeah, these things are about to all run out. We're gonna need some more coal. So we're gonna head downstairs. Forgot about that cool thing. That's nice. And try and find some coal if I can. What direction do I want to go in that's not... Oh, definitely not that way. Okay. That's not too much work here. I remember going all the way down here too. So here's some coal. I can't remember if I did this off camera or okay, and that's just not helping. Yeah, let's go ahead and gather that up with the hammer because it also has luck. But the reason why that's not helping is because I've got Silk Touch on that. So yeah, it's kind of not the best thing to mine that up with. Give me some of that. Nice. But the hammer is just a beast. Jeez, I love this thing. I miss this. This is something we definitely have to get back in the Mad Pack, like, as quickly as possible, because the hammer is, like, just such a relief when it comes to trying to get a bunch of coal like this. See, I just came through here at one point, like, months ago, and now we can just come back through, gather up a bunch of things that has fortune on it, or I guess their version of fortune, which is luck, and we could just gather up a ton of this stuff. Look at that. We've already got over 64. Oh, there's diamonds there, too. Okay, sweet. We got to gather up some of those. Okay, so just 64 for right now, so I'm going to have to throw something out of my inventory. So let me go ahead and throw that down there for right now, and gather up the rest of these. I want to throw... I'll keep the cobblestone. We'll throw the quicksand out there because I don't think I've ever needed quicksand. All right, give me something good. Give me something good. Ooh, and there's some gold here, too. Nice. All right, sweet. How many diamonds? I don't have any diamonds on me. I thought I left those in my inventory. I must have just put them back in the ME system. Okay. So, from there, we're going to throw out that. And we got 6 off of there. Can I get a decent amount of gold? Because we're going to need some of that, too. Nice. I choose to throw out... I'm going to hold on to that. Normally, I'd throw that stuff out, but for right now, I'm going to hold on to that. I guess we'll throw out horse armor. I'm not going to use any horse armor. Sweet. Okay. And so 4 off of that, which then I can macerate into 8. So, sounds good. It's a pulverizer. That's what it is. I forgot what the name of that thing was. Macerator is from Industrial Craft. But let's see. There's a few more things. I think I just mined through here, like, one night and then just... Oh, okay. Okay, great. Alright, we didn't die, thankfully. But I think I just mined through here at like, one night when I was really bored and just left it. So, a lot of things haven't even been touched on the walls, at least. So, there's probably a bunch of junk in here that... I still haven't explored, but let's go back for right now because I want to make it as little amount of resource gathering as possible in this episode, and I don't think we'll have to stretch that too far. I think that for the most part we have most of this stuff here, so we should be good on the rest of this. So let's see, is that smelted? Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in 32, I guess 33 there. Put that there, and I guess 19 here for some reason because it was uneven. All right, there we go. Grab the rest of that, and the copper. We're going to need some of that. Nice. Pistons. Next thing we got to work on. I forgot the fact that all this stuff is done off the windmills. Gosh, this world, is bad as I hate saying that it's on the back burner in terms of everything else, just because it's a lot harder to come up for things like an episode that's going to be fresh for this than something like the Mad Pack where it's new and there's a lot more mods that I haven't ever explored. But still, the fact that like all these things are in this world is so nice to have, like the windmill that just I don't have to worry about the ME system. That is so nice. Let's go ahead and plop that in there, that there. I'm gonna make one of these coils, which let me guess, maybe it's like this again. It's one of these combinations. I think it's like this. Nep. There we go. I say nep. I meant to say yep. There we go. And that goes there, I believe. Yes. So the next thing, the copper, and now we just need the flower pots. Let's actually see if they have one. Maybe oh, I do. Nice. Okay, sweet. Somewhere, I guess I gathered up some of that stuff, but there we go. That is our planter. Probably still wondering. I explained it a little bit more earlier as to what we need it for, but you're probably still wondering, so I'll show you guys that in one moment, but let me try and see if I can get an upgrade for it too. You know what? Let's forget the upgrade for right now. We'll come back and upgrade it here in like a minute or two. I need to grab some seeds first, so we'll just grab a stack of those, and I think that's it. So we're gonna do pretty much the most basic thing. I'm gonna need some pipes, so I want like a Canis pipe. So okay, we're gonna need some of these. So let me go ahead and make some Canis pipes real quick. So the cobble ones I think should do just fine here for right now. We're gonna need some glass, and let's see, it goes like that, right? Yep. Okay, and that might be enough. I don't think that's way too many. We're going to need some redstone, which we have enough of. And I think I just put this next to that. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now we should be good to go. Put all those in there. All right, so we're going to have to route the power from the windmill, which isn't going to be too fun, over to where we're going to put these. And I'm not really sure. I was thinking about just setting it up here because I've been talking for a while. Hey, I don't really like the way this is. Well, I like the way it's set up, but it doesn't produce too much wheat. But the problem with that is this thing goes on a level playing field. So it doesn't go up in staircases like this does. So we wouldn't be able to have that. So we're going to have to put it somewhere else. And I was looking for a spot earlier. We could put it somewhere like here or like over there. But I was thinking, really, we could just do it over here. Like there's a pretty good spot over here. Like all this space is not being used. I will need to get another world anchor, but at this stage we can afford a world anchor, so we can put it down here. We're gonna need to do like I said, where we run the pipe underneath. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Hopefully I've got this somewhat right. Do I even have, I don't have like any way to tell how far I am off from this, so I might need to go check that out first. Let's see, where is right underneath here that I can route this. This isn't going to be too well. All right, let's see. I'm going to go all the way down here. Give me the pickaxe again. I forgot how loud this windmill is when you get close to it, so I do apologize for that. So let's see here. 180, 109. I'm just going to take a screenshot of that and probably pull that up over here in 1 second. Where is it? And 3, 2, 1. It is that one there. All right, I got it. Sweet. So I can remember that. And now we're going to go all the way back on over. I can just slowly get up here. There we go. And we're going to do it from this way here first. So we got to go down to level 63. So we're at like 70 right now, and then across on over to there. That should hopefully be enough, the 60 or so pipes that we have. Let's see, so we got to go down to 63. I thought we would have gone down a lot farther, but thankfully it's just that much. And now we got to go over to negative 180. But first of all, we got to go to 109. So we got a bit of mining to do here real quick. So in this direction here, it shouldn't be too long, just considering the fact that we have like this lucky pickaxe. I didn't even know these things existed until we got one of them in this series. Like, out of all the lucky blocks I think I've ever opened, only ever gotten one of these things. So that is a big help in terms of just mining things out like this, because you don't want a hammer in this situation. So it works out just fine for us for what we need it for now. And we're almost already over here. Yeah, we might need a bit more pipes, but we'll have to wait on that just for a bit more. Yeah, because we're going to need like another 30 or 20, let's say 25, just to get over to this part. Not to mention the fact that we went all the way over there too. I did not think it was this, like, it doesn't seem like it's this far away when you're just up top, but I guess it is just mining over here. But at least we're going to come out exactly where we're supposed to be, and I don't have to guess 50 times. So taking the screenshot is definitely a big help. I always forget to do that. And boom, there we go. So I can connect it and route it all the way back over. Thankfully we have enough to make more pipes if we need to. What? Okay, I don't know what that's for, but somehow we just got hurt. Give me some of this too. I'll take some of this copper because I can always use some of this. I choose this. And oh, I forgot, since that has Silk Touch, we can just get stone off of it like this. That's nice, because we're going to need stone for the machines, the other ones later on, like the fertilizer, I believe. So win-win. Now there's also other things. I forget what it's called. I think it's the rancher block that I showed earlier, but I'm not entirely sure if that's the one. But what it does is, say for something like sheep, it'll just shear the sheep and it will put it in a chest if you hook up a chest to it. So we can automate so many things with this. If I wanted to, with this, it's so much more simpler than like the forestry route that I tried a long time ago. I could go ahead and just automate a tree farm. I've been looking for that forever. We could do it with the planter, actually. So I'm definitely going to work on this, and we're going to get this up and going here. But I got to go gather up some more pipes, unfortunately, and get that going. But we can at least check up on how the smelting on all the other things are going. This should be done, I believe. Yep, okay, so that's done. That had nothing in it, and that's done too. So I'm going to go ahead and gather up this. We're going to plop that in there. Let it do its thing. We'll take these with us, so that has a full inventory there. And now, more pipes. I'm going to need some of the cobble. Now, the problem with the Silk Touch is right now it seems like we have a bunch of cobble. We have 3,000 plus cobble, almost 4,000. But watch. sooner or later, we're gonna be like looking for cobblestone. Why did I type that in? I meant to type in glass. And we're gonna need just like straight cobblestone. It sounds so dumb, but it always seems to be that way whenever I get like a silk touch thing, and that's my main thing that I use. So hopefully that doesn't come too quickly, but we'll need a bunch of cobble also for this. So there we go. Way too overkill with the pipes. I don't think we needed 64 for that, but we'll need 64 later on when we route more from here to like over to the sheep pen. And I don't even think we have sheep. Yeah, we don't have sheep in there either. There's also this other really cool thing, a part of this mod, which is like the flask for... What the heck? When was this here? I don't remember this ever being here. Alright, that was weird. Was that there the whole time? But the flask from... What's that mod called? Oh, I forget what it's called. But it was in the Mad Pack. I would use that thing so much where you could just pick up like animals and move them. There's a similar thing inside of this mod. And I've been using it forever too. It's the Safari Net. I always thought that was like some weird bugged out thing. But you can actually go ahead and pick up animals with it, which is really cool. So hopefully this works. Like, this is my main problem I wasn't sure of, is whether or not this is going to send energy, which it doesn't. Oh, no, yes, it is. It is. I was about to say, oh, no, but I think we're getting energy. Yes, we have life. All right, nice. Still, the most overpowered thing in the game, those windmills. Those are too strong. All right, so now what we can do from here, if I want to throw in, this is a lot bigger, too, than I remember it being, but if I want to throw in seeds, watch this. Give it a second. I think I've got it all right. Do I have something wrong? Probably. Trying to see, because it should have already made, like, it should have already tilled the ground, because it does that by itself, and then planted the seeds, and it hasn't done either of those. So this is definitely different than what I saw on that mod showcase that I looked at. So what can I do? There's got to be something that I'm missing here, honestly. Let me see. Now, I could do the upgrade, and maybe I need an upgrade just to start off with. Maybe it doesn't work by itself. So let's try and get the upgrade going, and if that doesn't work, then I'll search into it a little bit more when we get to that part. But for right now, let's try and get an upgrade. We're not going to go too overboard, but we do have a decent amount of things to do it if we want to. So, let's see what the most like expensive thing is here, and then we'll work down from that. So let's go on over to these upgrades. So I think the most expensive one is something like cobble, or not cobble, platinum. I looked at cobble there for a second, but there's an emerald one. We can make that, and that's like, I think the most, holy cow, yeah, we can easily make this. Nice. Let's do that. All right. So we're going to need some golden nuggets. This is actually really easy to make for us in like the position that we're in. So nice. Go ahead and do this. It was the emeralds, which I just happen to have like 100 plus emeralds, which is so convenient now. That is really good, actually. Let me go to the next page here so I can see how to do it again. All right, so now we need actually a third one. I thought I needed only 2, but I guess we need that many. We're going to need some redstone and just a golden nugget. GG. That is too OP. Let's make, I guess, 4 of these, too, for the other blocks later on, when we're going to do that. So go ahead and do this here. There's got to be something that I'm missing in terms of that thing just not working already. And I think even with this being put in, it's not going to work correctly. So I'll have to look it up here in a second. These don't stack either, do they? Nope. All right. Get that there and that one there. All right. We should be good for now. We got as many upgrades. And those are like the best ones we can make. I didn't think that emeralds were going to be the best ones. They normally are in most things, but I thought something like platinum would be, but I guess not. I consider emeralds to be a lot easier to get than platinum, but maybe that's just me because the terrain that we're in or something. We're not even in a hill terrain, so I don't even know why it's like that. All right, moment of truth. Give it a second, though. It should... I don't think it's gonna... Yeah, it's probably something more... more complicated than what I think it is. Let's just try that. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to search this up here for a second and figure out what is wrong with it. Hopefully it's like a button or something. Like, I don't think it's consume stack on or anything like that, but it might be something just really obvious. Like, the fact that this work isn't going. That work should be going, and it's not. It has enough energy, so I'll have to see exactly what the problem is there. So I'll see you guys, hopefully really quickly. Hopefully it won't take too long with the answer to this problem here. So I'll see you guys in one moment. Alright, so here's something that I just noticed. Look, there actually is seeds planted, but they're like weirdly scattered out. So I'm not really sure what the reason for that is. I wonder if I can just give it dirt and it will fix it itself. Let's see if we can do that. If not, then I'll have to probably even it all out and then do it myself. But I could have sworn it would do that itself, but I guess not. I guess that maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe it's the fact that there's sand everywhere or something is conflicting with it. Maybe it's because it's a different biome and it's not like a... Like, I don't think that that's a default Minecraft biome. Let's see, actually. It might be. But just the fact that this is like a biome so plenty part here kind of leads me to the fact that that might be glitching it out. I don't know if that's the actual problem, but who knows at this point. So, I wonder what the biome is called here. Of course it doesn't show me. Just see east. Here's also another thing I realized. People have been asking me forever for the seed, and you can see it right there where it says it, but if you just slash seed, it just, I never knew that worked. So, there's just a little tip there. So, let's see if now, if I place that, which, nope, that didn't do anything. But it is taking seeds, which is weird. It's just, there were 46 in there too, so I'm not really sure where it's planting the rest because it doesn't seem like it's done too much more at this point. So let's try and, I guess, fill it up. You know what? I could do this, I bet. Hold on a second. What if I did this? Took this out, and we did this, then we broke this thing here. So let me make sure I have a spot in my inventory so it doesn't go all the way down the pipes and I have to mess with that. Grab this one too. Throw that over there. Okay, so if I broke this here, 1 second, like that, okay? And instead of putting it where it is now, because it looks like it has to be planted one above the thing, so see how it was like planting only on the things that are above there? What if I just put this one lower? So I broke this here, and then planted this again. I bet you this is going to be a fix. And the only problem that we're going to have from there is that this part here is too high, and I'll have to just kind of... That's a beast. That thing is ridiculous at how fast it goes. But as soon as that the energy starts flowing through that thing again, I'll put some more seeds in it, and we'll see if this fixes it. So that should be decent for right now. But look, it's only planting on things that were above it. So I bet you right now that was our problem. And we probably just fixed it right there. So let's see if I get all this sorted out real quick. Nice and even. All right, so let's check. Plant these back in there. Is that still getting power? Yes, it is. And moment of truth. It should take a second. Oh, look at that. There it goes. So now, slowly but surely, it should start planting a bunch of seeds around here. I think it does it slow because of the fact of how big the radius is. Because the upgrade part, by default, it's 3x3. But you can see it planted things that were all the way over here. So it can definitely go pretty far out if it wants to. Now, why is that still the only thing that it's planting? Is it because it's got sand here? But there's grass there, too, so that's... I don't know. I'll put some more stuff around here. Oh, there we go, though. It's slowly planting things. It doesn't want to plant them in all of them, though, it seems like. I don't understand why I have to change out the sand. That's kind of annoying that it does that. Can I just break it and it will put the dirt down? That is weird, because in the ones that I've seen, you didn't need to do that. And I bet you all these things aren't planting here because they've got the like, grass on them. So, hopefully, as I'm saying that, it's still not seeming to do anything. Oh, wait, I don't have, okay, that would definitely help. If I had an upgrade in there, and it now, in 1 second, caught up to it, and started planting. Is that new? I think that's, no, that one's not new. Why aren't you working? I'm not really sure right now. Is it taking, hold on. Is it taking more? So it's at 45 now. 42, so it's planting somewhere. All right, it looks like it's planting these all the way over here. So I think it works in a pattern, and it will start to just do its own thing. So I want to go ahead, honestly, and just break all these dead, like, things of grass so that doesn't conflict with it, because maybe that's the reason why it's not growing. There it goes. It's starting to spread out. So this thing's going to grow quite a bit of wheat here the more I give it. And I'm going to have to probably give it a few more stacks of seeds. But from there, this is the planter. So if I were to break something like this here, so say we break it, in a second, I don't know about actually if it's going to do it now because it's such a big area and it's trying to get all the rest sorted out. But normally, it would then go ahead and plant another one. And also, I think we've ran out of seeds. Yeah, that's why it's not planting another one. Okay, let's put those in there. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, we'll come back to that one. But we're going to need some more seeds over here so we can get things automated a bit quicker. And I'll probably have to gather up a ton of seeds. I don't even know how many of these things I have. I almost remember not having too many seeds, but that may have been wheat that I was thinking of. Yeah, I think I got a decent amount of seeds. But even if I don't, I can gather up a bunch from there and just use it for the time being. So let's see if now... Oh, yeah, there's some seeds in here. So let's take a few of these. And I think I'm just going to take them all. Like, we're just going to have this be our main farm, and we'll have the other one be kind of for looks for the time being. All right, so is there a closer way of getting out of here? I guess not. I have to just keep going up the elevator. I was hoping... I should probably put a waypoint over here later on also, but I thought I would just get this one going for right now. I don't know if I'm going to get all the other machines hooked up at this moment, because I would really like to get the rancher one hooked up, so that then we can have the sheep shear themselves, or get sheared by the thing itself, and that's pretty cool. But also with this, I forgot, I can go ahead and do other things. So if I want to throw in saplings, I could grow saplings in here, and then I could get another thing working, and we got a bunch of other things we can do with this. So I'll come back here in a minute or two and just check up on things in this once we get everything else sorted out. But also, let's get this one part lower here, so everything's evened out there. And that should be good. Unfortunately, I don't have a world anchor over here, but it's planning thing. Where is it putting all this stuff? Jeez. Alright, I don't even see where it's honestly putting all of this. Like, where's my whole, like, stack and a half gone to? Because this is not, like, a stack and a half worth of stuff. So, I think it is still glitching out with, like, the sands. Little amount of sand it's got over here, which is kind of unfortunate. But I figured there'd be some hiccup with it, so I am actually really impressed at how smooth it's gone so far. Let's go ahead and just put these things in there for now. Okay, so yeah, I'll come back to this one later on in the episode and we'll see how it's going. But for right now, we're going to leave it. We're going to work on the rancher. We're also going to try and get a safari net so that then we can go ahead and gather up a bunch of sheep instead of having to do the whole wheat thing, which is so much more efficient. So let's see here. What do we want to do first? I guess we'll work it with the rancher so then we can get that going. I'm really hoping, though, that I'm not right, or excuse me, not wrong when I say it's the rancher that does this, because there's multiple things that work with the animals, and I'm pretty sure it is the rancher, though. So let's see here. Composer, or composter. It's one of these. I might just have to type in rancher. Oh, wait, did we just go past it? That was planter. There it is, rancher. Okay. Yeah, that's 10. I can make this. I don't know about that. I don't know if I have lead. Do I have lead? I think I might actually have a weird... Yep, I got lead. Not too bad here. Just going to throw in as many things. I would normally go ahead and just macerate that or pulverize it in this case, but we're just going to hold off on that and use that for right now so we can speed up the process, because it's almost been half the episode already, and unfortunately... we've got one block done, so I would like to speed things up. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'm going to craft this so that we can speed things up, because crafting isn't really the most exciting, but I thought I'd just kind of show you guys what I was doing here real quick before we cut here. So I'm going to go ahead and craft this thing, and then I'll probably end up crafting the safari net too, so that we can just get all that worked out with, and we can have some fun. So I'll see you guys in one moment. Alright, so here we go. I've got the safari net, which there are also other ones. So there's just the single-use one, which I always see, which is this thing here, and I wouldn't recommend doing that at all. It's worth just getting the one that I just made, which is the reusable one, which don't quote me on this, but I believe this is like an infinite amount of uses. So I had a gas tier laying around, thankfully, and it's just 4 ender pearls. And honestly, if you look back at the single-use one, wherever it was, I think it's on the other page, somewhere around here, it involved like string and just a bunch of random other things. Like, the fact that it's got a slime ball in it just kind of puts me off already, because I feel like getting a gas tier is probably easier than finding slime balls. So just a little tip there when it comes to trying to find out what you want to make between the two of them there. But let's try and get some sheep, because they all ran out of the pen when I had the giant dome going, which, for those of you who are wondering, I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but I took the dome off just because it was very laggy, and it really wasn't working the way I wanted it to. So unfortunately, as cool as it was at the time, it isn't really a main thing that I need at this moment. As you can see, I'm also just playing in peaceful because I was like, all right, forget that part right now. I'll probably get back to it later on when I have enough time to figure it out and why it wasn't working. I think it may have been because I needed a lot more of whatever one of the matrices were, and it was like really hard to make too. So I don't know if I'm going to spawn those in or not. I don't think I will though, but we'll have to wait and see. So we got to go find another sheep if possible around here. Now there's this one, and then we can also get a breeder if we want to, so that it just randomly breeds sheep whenever Minecraft updates and it says, okay, now they can breed, because you can't just always breed over and over and over. So there's all these other things we could do to where literally if we had like a world anchor, I don't know what use we would be at that point. Like really most of the things could just be done by themselves, which is a really good thing and also kind of a bad thing because it kind of, I don't know, when you get so far away from it, it's like, wait, what are we gonna do now? So that's kind of a thing that I guess a trade-off that you get there with not having it. And also, I realized that I was dumb dropping this thing down a second level. I should have just built that there. I don't know. There's so many things I have to fix outside of here right now, like the pool part there. But for right now, why are you even in here? No, I get that, like, you're not the worst cow I think I've ever seen. Like, I've seen a lot more really bad cows, but no, you need to go over to your pen. There you go. All right, so let's see what we have here. I should go ahead, probably cut here again and get the pipes all hooked up, but we'll do that in one moment. So I'm hoping that I get this put. Nope. Okay, so there is another thing you can make, which is like a hammer. Instead of having to break it every 5 seconds, you could just click on it and have it rotate the right way, but I was too lazy to go and build it right now. So let's see here. I'm trying to think. I think all I need is a power source, and we should be good. I'm really hoping that the rancher is the... How? Oh, okay, I see how. I had no clue how they were getting out there, but there's that one block. I think that's it. All right, you two, get back in there. All right, there we go. He got in himself. He was ashamed to have been caught at that moment already. All right, so just need to get the power all the way over here again. So I guess I'll go ahead and cut and figure that out, and I'll be back in one moment. All right, so the deed has been done. I've got this hooked up, and it really wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be because I actually was able to... It's kind of hard to see down there, but I was able to just somehow run into the main thing that already came from the house. So kind of made it a lot simpler than what I thought it was going to be, but... Also, with that, you can see this sheep's already sheared, and it just happened to that one. So, if we had a ton of sheep in here, if we had the breeding thing going, we would have so much wool. And then we could probably automate, I don't know for sure, but we could probably automate somehow with, maybe not Mine Factory, but with like another mod, to then dye them different colors if we wanted. Like, we could do so many other different things. And we could use that wool. Like, wool can always be used for something different if we're going to build random things. Like, watch, here he goes. Now the only problem I have with this rancher is if you look, there's no way to upgrade it. So that doesn't mean, like, all the way back here when this sheep over here was like sitting all the way over here, he actually wasn't able to get his wool off of him. So that was kind of weird. I'm not sure why that doesn't have an upgrade system to it to where you can increase the range of it, because at this point I think it's like a 3x3 just like the default is. So that kind of stinks there, but that's probably the only complaint I have with this block so far, that is. But oh my gosh, these windmills are insane. Any other time I'd have to get like an engine pumping, we'd have to get all the coal and redstone or whatever it is, like oil. Nope, just turn the windmill, let it go, and it's just infinite. That's amazing. All right, so I probably should get a few more things hooked up to this, like is the breeder here? Let's see. I don't even know if it's called the breeder for sure. I think it is though. It has to do with breeding, so I believe. Let's see, grinder. Grinder's definitely not something you want to do. Oh, look at the breeder. Yep, I don't think we're making that today. But, oh no, the purple dye. That's probably the hardest thing out of all of them. Like, I could probably get the golden apple and all the other random things, but it's the purple dye that's bleh. So let's see. What else could we fix here real quick? I'm just trying to see. Let's go ahead and check back up on our other thing here. I don't even know if the chunk's been loaded this whole time. So... it might be... It's still very, very weird. I would like to get the other engines hooked up to it, too. Let's see how much those cost. Like, the harvester. Let's do the harvester for right now. Okay, we can do that. Not too hard. I think we're going to go ahead and make that. We're going to open up a few lucky blocks, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up for today. Just because... I think that's kind of where the tone of the video is. Like I always say, we'll go for as long as the video kind of needs it. But for right now, I don't think we need to go for like a full hour to like an hour and 10 minutes or so. Like we can just kind of do it as we please for right now. So let's see here. We need the harvester. So we're going to need... Do I even have... I might have an iron axe. Like I have a bunch of just random things. I don't think I can use this one though, unfortunately. I think it has to be non-damaged. So we'll have to make another iron axe, which is unfortunate. But the fact that if later on, if I jump on and I get like a few of the other machines like the breeder just up and going, then for the next episode we can have a lot of fun, because I haven't even learned all of the Mine Factory Reloaded. Like I'm just doing what I saw off the first video, and I think it's like 3 videos on like the series that I was watching. So there's like all these other blocks. Like I have no clue what any of these things do down here, and like the stuff on the other page does. So we'll probably be doing a continuation of this over like the next few videos of just this, and along with other mods. Like right now I just wanted to heavily focus on this, but we'll probably steer a little bit off course for the next few ones and just kind of have some fun with it. So we'll throw that in there, take that. Now I think that's it for those. I am gonna have to make, however, some more of the sheets because we ran out of those. And why? Oh no, it's not like that, it's like this. Okay, there we go. I was scared there for a second. I was like, why aren't you working? But thankfully that fixed. The shears I think went like this. You had the axe there. Where's the other shear? Then we should, I believe, if it's just like all the other ones were, you get this and then you get this on either side here, and we make this little coil, and then we can go and plop this in here. So thankfully, now that we have the pipe kind of over where the farm is, I can just route it like all the way to that one, so we shouldn't have too much trouble there. But I will actually probably go ahead and gather up a few more pipes too, just because I'm gonna have to do something different with it. But let's see. So where's it at? Why? I just had this one a second ago. There it is. Okay. So we need the machine block, which for some reason I completely overlooked there, but thankfully made a bunch of these earlier, and we did all that, and it's not working. Uh-oh. What am I missing? Shear. That's a different... Is that a different machine block? Is it? Harvester. Machine frame. Okay, that's not different. Ah, it's an Invar axe. Come on. How do you make an Invar axe? Probably Invar ingots. Yep. I don't know if I have any Invar. Are you kidding me? Two of these things. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see if there's like a way to make more. Like I don't ever remember even being able to find Invar. Are you kidding me? Oh no. All right. Let's spawn another. We need one more Invar. Like I think we can get a pass from here because, my gosh. That's like my luck right there. INVAR, just one, please. Jeez. Alright, there we go. So now I can go ahead and gather up the other Invar. Like, I would have not have known that. Like, say, if NEI didn't have a, like a thing when you hovered over it to tell you what it was, like, not just by having, like, the sheet, but actually telling you what you need when you hover over it, like saying iron axe. Like, I would not have been able to tell the difference between an iron axe and an Invar axe, but I guess some people can, because that's a thing right there. All right, and throw this back with that. Hopefully I don't need any special sticks, which I don't. That looks so alike. Look at this. The little, like, I actually can't tell the difference of them two. Wow. Huh. That's really hard. Like on the end of it, it has like just a bit different, like a pixel or two. Besides that, I don't know if I would ever be able to tell the difference of those two. All right, so we're gonna need just a bit more cobble. So just maybe that many there. It's still quite a bit of cobble, and I think we've ran mainly out of redstone, so I'll have to use some of it from here. Okay, I just used all of it. Thank you. Yep, that's all of it. I think in the rest of the ME system. Great. Alright, so that should be everything. Like, I don't think that the harvester needs anything special. It would be nice, though, however, to go ahead and get a chest, which I could also get 2 chests. Let's do that real quick, because I'm going to need a chest for the other one. I have 7. Okay, we'll just take that many for right now. So I can hook one up to this thing over here, and then I'll hook another one up to the thing over there. So you can see that's already pumped out another one. If I go and grab that, put that one in there for right now, and later on we can just come by and fix that again. So look, like I was saying earlier, he's so far out that it doesn't recognize it. So if I hit him towards it, slowly, well, it'd be easier just to do this now. Boom, there it goes. And now we had 1, and we have 2 now. Now, the other thing is, I'm not sure if that gives you only, because it seems like it, but it's like if it only gives you 1 per every time, because that's kind of a bad trade-off if it really only gives you 1 wool per every time it's snipped, because as you guys know, normally you can go anywhere from like 1 to 3, I believe. So let's see, does that give me another? Yeah, it seems to only be going in 1, so that's kind of a downfall of it. But besides that, it seems to be pretty good. Now, oh, I just saw this on the mini map here too. Look at this guy. Oh, what the heck? That was weird. I didn't hit escape. That was kind of weird there. But look, this guy, I forgot about him, and I think I can do the same thing. Yep, with this here. And just get some more villagers. Now, there's also another oh, nope, you need to go back down there. But there's also another factor with this mod, with syringes, and I can grow villagers. And sheep, pretty much any animal you can think of, I can grow them. So that's cool, too. And you can also give them other effects, like to be zombified or whatever you want. But the main thing is to give them life and grow them like that. So, let's see, where actually is this thing at? The middle part of it. Oh, is it all the way over here? Where the heck is this thing at? Like the block. I think it's this one? No. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta figure out exactly where the planter block is, because I covered it up with the stuff here. That's not it there. Okay. That's gonna be kind of tricky. Don't break it. I broke it. Okay. Where the heck is this thing at? Gosh dang it. Let's see. I gotta look for, like, it had, okay, I think it's this one here. I'm gonna go with that. No. It's gotta be around here. Alright. Go down here. Just start breaking things in either direction. Great. Oh, there it is. What the heck? It was all the way over here? Really? Jeez. Alright, so from here, I'm just gonna go in this direction. And because I need this to actually be on the outside of it, so the harvester doesn't get put on the inside like the planter does. So hopefully this is enough to where I'm not breaking anything out of it here. What the heck? I can't jump. Okay, there we go. So I need it to be like right here, and then we should be good. Yep. All right, sweet. Let's go ahead and place these few things of dirt, which I don't. Okay, I'll fix the dirt later on. For right now, we're gonna go ahead, put down the pipes, which for a second I was like, don't tell me I forgot the pipes too. Like, everything's going wrong at this point. Here we go. Okay, so we can place these out here, and then we can use our really overpowered, what do you call it? Like, emerald thing here to fix the rest of it. So that should, I'm hoping this is actually what I need. Now, right now, nothing's going to harvest because it's not grown. So if I was able to grow something, which let's get like a bit of bone meal here, and all right, give it a second. This is all good like that. That's facing in that direction. Okay, so let's make sure that it doesn't have to be, you know what? I think it has to be up. Wait a second. Don't, okay, can you come back, please? Can you come back? Please, just give me a second. Why is it running away? All right. There we go. But I think it has to be all the way up here. Like, facing out of the ground all the way up here. Boom. All right, and it's facing the wrong way, which isn't good. Oh, but it actually broke the other thing, so maybe it can break, like, all this other junk here once it starts to get power. Yep, it is. All right. And right now it's only doing that amount, but if I did this, give it a second, because it does take, like, a moment to just start catching up. There it goes. You can hear it starting to break just all the other bushes. So nice. That'll probably start placing down other things, too, and that makes it a lot easier. Also, why is that? All right, so let's try. I want to see what the range is on this thing, so we'll try something like all the way over here. I gotta get some of this dirt because this is gonna annoy me. Let's go ahead and gather up this. Don't break it. And I think I just broke another. Nope, I didn't. Okay, sweet. Let's go ahead, take this for right now, which I'm gonna need in just one moment, so I don't know why I put that one in there. But now we can go ahead, take one of these, and say we grow this one. Well, let's wait and see if it does anything. It should take a moment, Come on. I got hope. I got hope in this thing. See, the problem is it's breaking all these other things first. So it like goes in a line, I think. So, yep, there it goes. I was going to say in 1 second it probably should do something. But you can see it shoots everything behind it. So we're going to need a thing here. And we'll throw this here real quick and get all those in there. So, sweet. Now, if we ever wanted to, we could hopefully, once this thing starts to work right and gets all that out and I get all the sand out of here, we'll have all this filled up and it won't just be in patches. Then we can have some fun with it. But for right now, I think it's going to be in patches because I ran out of, wait a second. Is all this stuff gone? Like, where exactly is this machine at? There. Is this it here? No. Yes. Okay, that's it right there, though. Alright, but I think it ran out of seeds here, so I don't think we're going to be able to fix too much of it right now. But I will get some more seeds later on. I'll probably have to harvest up a bunch of things and have some really boring work, but it should be worth it. But either way, I think for right now, we're going to go ahead and open up a few lucky blocks, and then we're going to wrap up the episode. So that right there is, like, very, very basic Mine Factory Reloaded. Like, I don't even want to think how, like, in-depth we can get. I would really like to do, in the future, though, is take a planter and then also do the same thing that we're doing right now with the wheat garden, because I want that just to be like a wheat garden, and we could add in carrots if we wanted to, or different other things. Like, how many carrots do I have? Only 6, but you get the point. I actually have 13 golden ones. Jeez, okay. But from there we could do a tree farm where everything would be automated, planting, harvesting, and even bone mealing. So we could do like just so many other things like that, which might happen. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see. But I'm gonna put all these things in here. I'm gonna forget. I'm so easily gonna forget. Yeah, let me go ahead and just gather those things up and just keep them in inventory for right now, at least until I decide to record next time, at least whenever that is. Hopefully isn't like a month from now, but I don't know. I have no clue at this point. Let me know also what you guys would rather see. You know, do you think this is more, would you guys like to see this more than something like the Mad Pack? It's all up to what you guys want to see. So please voice your opinion down in the comments. So let's see here. Gold. Ooh, okay, I was about to say, why do I always have gold when I don't need it? I was about to say, like, where the heck is the gold we had earlier? But thankfully it's right here. All right, we'll make 3 of these. I don't like it how low our gold supply is getting. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. I guess I need another one for that. There we go. All right, so let's hope that Lord Gaben, or I guess in this case Lord Notch, blesses us with the correct dose of luck here. Let's go, I guess, on over to this way here, where we opened them up, I think, last time. Just so we're a bit away from here. And I'm going to put this in here, just in case something like the Wither spawns, because I always feel very cheap if something like the Wither spawns and he doesn't do just at least a bit of damage, because then I kind of hate myself for having it in peaceful when I open these things. Please don't spawn Wither. Oh, come on. Where is it? There they are. Pfft. Thanks to the iron, I guess. I don't really need too much of it, but that's actually quite a bit of iron. I think they're like 32 iron a piece, so I'll take that. You can always have TNT, I guess. Is that a lucky pickaxe? I don't think it's lucky. I think they're just basic, right? Yeah, they're just basic. So that was a hoe and an axe. Or a pickaxe, excuse me. So, not the best lucky blocks in the world there, but I didn't, no, the anvil one was bad, but honestly, I think the anvil one's good because I get a bunch of iron off of it, so I'm always up for the anvil one. But either way, I think that's going to conclude today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of, like, Mine Factory Loaded. Do you like the kind of crafty things here where we do a lot of crafting and then kind of technical stuff, or do you like the adventure things where we do something more so like flans? Because there's also other things I didn't realize that we could do with flans, which might happen in the future if I can figure them out, because they're a little weird, so I don't know if I'll even be able to figure those out myself. But either way, thank you so much for watching today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, a like is very much appreciated. I know I don't say that all the time, but you know, it's mainly because I let you guys decide. But just a reminder there, like is definitely appreciated. But either way, I think that's about it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Goodbye.